Welcome to another episode of Getting Real in the Field. And this is the show where we talk about all the things that you hate to do, which is following up, making phone calls, talking to people, doing your job, and just showing up. And I'm your host, JP Fluellen, and this is the Mr. Wonderful himself, Cacti. Welcome
Oh,
back, Cac. I feel like we haven't been here in like a hot minute, man.
I know. Life is happening. It's the summer, man. You
It
know,
is. It's like happening right before us. Or wait, it does that anyways, doesn't it?
that's right. That's right, man. Man, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy summer. I'll say that much. I'm sure for a lot of people as well too.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm excited for today's episode because we're talking about a hot button topic right now. I literally
Mhm.
just had a conversation with somebody today about about inflation and how it's like making things unaffordable. So, yeah. So let's dive right in, man.
Okay, it's inflation, huh?
Inflation.
Okay, yeah.
Like
Well, let's
it's the
tackle
great
this.
inflation, kind of like operation, but just with
Yeah,
yeah.
it is definitely something that we've been hearing a lot, and I haven't heard too much. Like, I know we know about inflation as and what the impact is to real estate. So let's kind of deep dive into it a little bit and kind of talk about that today.
Do it. So, inflation refers to the general increase in prices of goods and services over time, leading to a decrease in purchasing power. Now, how does this play into the real estate world?
You know what? That's a good. That's a great definition. Actually, that's like that. By the way, just to let you know, I'm an economist. That's my background. So
No,
that's great. You must have read it on Wikipedia as you're reading it.
podcast
What a
right
great.
now, dude. We don't need. No, I'm just playing.
No, I don't share that very often. I will tell you, like, for inflation, I mean, gosh, real estate is the largest investment that most people, as most Americans will ever make in their lifetime, right? So you think about this as inflation increases, the cost of building materials, the labor, and even the land will just go up, right? And this translates to higher construction costs for homes and renovations and so forth too. And I know we don't want to get we don't have the time to get into it. Maybe we'll talk about what higher interest rates also translate and what the impact is as well too.
Yes, yes, that's even hotter topic than inflation right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a crucial point. Higher construction costs can impact the supply side of real estate equation with builders facing increased expenses. And, it could potentially lead to decrease in new housing developments, which we already have right now as a supply issue, and, I feel like demand is still there regardless of interest rates because people still got to buy stuff and move.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're exactly right. So, even with inflation, the supply is being tight right now, the demand is still strong, right? And like you said, people are still looking for homes and stuff like that. So it will keep the pressure on home prices up high, which is a really, like, as a real estate agent, it is such an interesting market to watch right now where, we've got high interest rates, and inflation is still high as well too. Like, I mean, it's getting better and better, but it's not quite there yet. So it's still kind of high. And yet the prices, so it keeps the prices up high. And it's just a weird market that we're in right now. It really is.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
before in history has interest rates been high and prices high.
Yeah. And something's going to change. That's my prediction for 2024. I know it's early. I mean, we're in August only, right? Or close to September. But yeah, I totally agree. Like, this makes it super challenging for home buyers to buy more, especially the first time home buyers um, you know, where they are going to the market and trying to buy a home and can't afford it. And then if you're an existing homeowner, you don't really want to put your house out for sale because if you want to upgrade, gosh, higher home prices, plus higher interest rates. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. No, thank you. When you're so used to the 3-4% or 3-4%. I mean, I don't want to boast, but mine was 2.75.
Oh, oh, the
So
good old,
I will not be moving for a while. How about that?
oh, 3 years ago, what life would have been like.
I know, I know.
So really what it comes down to right now is literally education, on what is inflation, how does it impact your day to day. In layman's terms, like you can't personally do anything about inflation. Supply and demand is there. It is what it is. So that's why the Fed keeps sticking their fingers in things instead of just letting the natural cycle of things happen. I actually
I feel like we're going to step into
okay,
some quagmire about politics here.
okay, I heard a talk show host call it the other day the finger lickers. Where they're just, like licking their fingers and sticking sticking their fingers in places they don't belong. But honestly, like that's just the reality. I mean, like if I have to go get toilet paper, I don't care what it costs. I'm getting toilet paper, right?
Yeah,
If I need water, I'm gonna go get water. Like it doesn't really matter what it costs.
yeah,
So, like, and that's the problem is that you and I, like, we can't do anything directly about it,
yeah,
other than we can vote with where we spend our money,
that's
and
true.
that's what's important is, you know, um, just understanding that how we use our dollars makes the difference. As far as what that dollar's worth, I don't really care because
Yeah,
I need to know
yeah.
where I spend my money. So.
So here's one key point that most homeowners don't realize, or actually, or most agents don't realize as well too. So you realize, like, and this is something that you can talk to your clients about too. Buying a home now is a good thing, and you need to kind of educate them too. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, trust me kind of thing, but you need to educate that, as prices increase due to inflation, their properties are actually appreciating in value. If you look at the market hasn't really dropped down that significantly in prices, and it's only in some markets, not all markets, right? If like this, like in Seattle, anything below $800,000, they're still increasing in home values. They haven't dropped very, and if any, it's very minimal. So I would say to you, like, that's a silver lining, so to speak. That you can use the home ownership as a hedge against inflation. It's an asset that will appreciate over time. And that's the value that a lot of these home buyers don't realize that. And they sit by the sidelines. When inflation, it usually does not go down. It will just kind of slow down in how fast it rises, but it does not go down.
Exactly. And, the other part of it is just that inflation, causes the cost of money to be
Mhm.
higher. It also, causes you to start thinking twice about, what what choices you're going to make in
Yeah,
terms of what you're going to borrow money on. But at the end of the day, doing nothing doesn't solve the issue either. And this also gives the common borrower to think about like, okay, well, maybe it just makes more sense for me to put more money down, and hedge my bets and maybe not buy today, but maybe buy in, 2 years from now and start saving that 20% down or whatever we need to do to make the payment a little bit more palatable. So that's kind of, what, you know, the challenge that we're facing, but yet there are ways around this,
yeah.
and having a real estate agent to help navigate, the interest rates versus inflation equation and helping our borrowers adapt to the new reality.
And that's where I spend a lot of my time, talking to like clients as well too. It's like, as an agent, you want to be able to kind of like explain how interest rates are going to impact their monthly payments, but also there are different financing scenarios. When the interest rates were low, it's super easy to say, oh yeah, I just want a 30-year mortgage. I want a 30-year mortgage and all that, right? But when interest rates were higher in the sevens, like it is now, back then, it's like there's balloon payments, arms, and stuff like that. Don't forget, those are tools in the arsenal that a homeowner can buy into a house now and hedge their bets, and then eventually get a lower interest rate, and then use that to then kind of pivot to the next, arm or balloon payment as well too. And hopefully by that time it'll settle down and go below 7%, right?
Yep. So here is the key takeaway for real estate agents in this current environment is you're the expert. So by knowing exactly what is going on in the market right now and able to speak intelligently to these things, and then being able to navigate and show your customer on like what exactly they can be doing proactively
Yeah,
to still feel like they're getting some progress in the current environment. So by not getting involved in what is going on in today's environment, then you're not providing that extra step of value.
yeah.
So there's that.
Absolutely. I mean, look, folks, like the real estate landscape is always evolving. And as JP said, as agents, we gotta be well prepared to address, issues and topics that people are gonna wonder, like, should I invest now? Oh my gosh, or should I pull out, and things like that. And you as an agent, your job is to become a trusted advisor to your clients, right? And to guide them, to kind of educate them. So I feel like, this topic, why we're covering it, even though inflation is like, been happening for the past, 8 to 12 months now, at least, right? But I still think it's timely because I still talk to a lot of agents, and it's like they're kind of watching and standing by the sidelines. And this topic is for those agents who's like, educate, be a trusted advisor to your clients. Get off, standing by the sidelines and kind of get in there and kind of help guide your clients, right?
Yep.
So
So in conclusion, I interview your agents, and agents be the know your stuff, because your clients are probably more educated than you are, and if you can't speak intelligently to this stuff, they're gonna go next. And it's really crucial right now with the amount of volatility in the market that buyers can feel comfortable with their real estate agents right now. So know
yeah,
your stuff, being able to be educated and just be the best we can, and our ethics really kind of guide us in that as well. So all right, Keck. Well, if people want to know more about how they can navigate in, this new environment, how can people get a hold of you?
sure. Check out the website, fieldnotes.ai, or you can call me directly. My number is 425-740-0260. And you, JP?
All right, you can just type JP Fluellen in the Google machine, or you can DM me on all platforms. You can also go over to my YouTube channel, and you can send me a message there as well. Or you can just find me where all real estate pages are indexed. So
He is to be found anywhere, everywhere.
yes, I'm trying to be omnipresent like somebody I know. So anyways, all right, well that's gonna wrap up another wonderful and amazing episode of Getting Real in the Field. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.